What was your worst breakup ever? It started when I worked late on purpose because I was sick of her at that point. She noticed. She always noticed. She was sitting at the kitchen table when I got home, phone face down, lights too bright, posture already tense like she'd been waiting to interrogate me. I had learned how to answer without answering, how to keep my voice even, how to stay calm enough that she couldn't accuse me of being cold while still never giving her anything real to grab onto. I was numb inside, and she could feel it. She looked up and said, "Do you even hear me anymore when I talk?" Not angry yet, just disappointed in a way that felt heavier. I said, "I'm tired," because it was easier than saying I didn't know how to be present anymore. She nodded once and said, "That's becoming your favorite word." We argued in low voices because the neighbors were separated from us by nothing but tissue paper, and she cared about appearances more than peace. "I feel trapped here," she said, tapping her fingers against the table like punctuation. I stared at the floor and said nothing, which she took as confirmation. When she said, "I'm leaving," it wasn't dramatic. It was flat, controlled, like she was watching to see if I'd react. When she reached for the door, I stepped sideways without thinking, blocking it more out of panic than control. Her shoulder hit my chest, and we froze. She looked up at me and said quietly, "Move." I didn't. That was enough. She shoved me hard enough that my back clipped the counter, and I laughed under my breath because how else was I supposed to react? "You think this is funny?" she snapped and slammed her hand down, grabbed a glass, and threw it past my head. It shattered against the wall, sharp and loud. And suddenly the argument wasn't theoretical anymore. I grabbed her wrist as she reached for something else and said, "Stop." Too late and too weak to mean anything. She tore free and punched me in the jaw, so clean my ears rang and my vision blurred. I shoved her away on instinct, and she fell back into the couch, shock flashing across her face before anger took over. "Don't touch me," she yelled, already coming back at me, nails scraping, words tumbling out faster than her hands. I caught her by the shoulders and pinned her there for a second too long, long enough for both of us to realize how far this had gone. She went still. I let go. We stood there breathing like we'd run a race neither of us wanted to win. The apartment looked wrecked in a way that felt personal. Glass on the floor, furniture shifted, both of us marked up in small, ugly ways that would be easy to explain later. She picked up her bag with shaking hands, paused at the door, and said my name quietly, not angry anymore, just tired. After that, I never saw her again.